In this video, I have a Batmobile for you, a Batman logo, another Batmobile, a third Batmobile, and then 4 more Batmobiles. For science! And with that, welcome to our coverage of the entire LEGO Batman March 2026 wave. That's right, you get a Batmobile. You get a Batmobile. And you get a Batmobile. And we all get a Batman logo. And isn't that fantastic? Isn't that all we ever asked for? Somebody, you know what? Tell the LEGO higher-ups. There's more cool stuff in LEGO DC. There's more cool stuff in Batman, even in LEGO Batman, than just Batmobiles. Long before this wave was even announced, back in 2025, the running joke in the community, in the LEGO Batman community has been, gosh, I'm looking forward to my new Batmobile this year. Because that's all we're ever getting. And I don't understand why. There's villain vehicles, there's so much cool stuff we could be getting, but no, it's just another Batmobile. But let's start the story at the beginning, the pre-order process. Because yes, of course I pre-ordered all of these. How am I supposed to have them on March 1st? No, I didn't get them on March 1st. Let's start with this one, actually. This is the George Clooney and Batman and Robin Batmobile. This one was the only one I actually pre-ordered on Lego.com. The rest I could get on Amazon on pre-order at a 20% discount last year. I didn't think the Amazon stuff would arrive on March 1st, and it didn't need to. However, I was pleasantly surprised all of it showed up on March 5th. But this one I pre-ordered on Lego.com because Amazon didn't have it. I paid full price for this, I pre-ordered it, and obviously I would assume it actually arrives at my doorstep on March 1st, right? No, March 5th. And at this point I'm asking myself, why am I even incentivized to pre-order anything there? That doesn't make any sense. Regardless, the rest of the stuff, yeah, I'm happy to get a 20% discount on. Let's actually start talking about the LEGO Batman logo. We'll talk about the Batmobiles in a second. This one comes in at 678 pieces and retails for a whopping $79.99. Let that sink in. I mean, that's highway robbery. I mean, it's cool, I like it. It's a Batman logo, by the way. It's not a Batwing, even though people tell you that that's not true. And we'll take a look at the back of it, and that will confirm beyond any reasonable doubt this is just a logo. I mean, let's have a look at the box. On the side, you get the LEGO Batman from the comics. The other boxes have their respective actors. The back of the box shows us that you can actually hang this on the wall, which is cool. And I think it would look much cooler than it does on its stand, even though, you know, it's an okay-ish looking stand. I don't mind it that much. Down here, you see why this wave is something special. Every single one of these sets comes with its own code, an in-game code for the LEGO Batman video game that comes out in May, end of May, something like that. Okay, but we talked enough about the box. I didn't find any designer for this, and the same is true for all the Batmobiles since one. The Clooney Batmobile was designed by Tin Yen. That's all I could find out about designers. Before we get up close and personal, let's have a look at the instruction manual. We only need it for this one because, you know, it's the same for all of them. But once you turn to the second page, you find a double-page spread of how to unlock your bonus in-game Golden Batman in this case. This one comes with, you know, an outfit, I would assume, a Golden Batman outfit. The others come with their respective Golden Batmobiles, a vehicle, which is cool. But you can scan this QR code in the front, and then technically it will lead you to a page where you can redeem your code. I haven't done it yet, and I don't think it's possible yet, probably because the game is not out yet. I'll keep you posted on this as soon as that actually works. Maybe I have to pre-order the game first. I don't know. Good. But the instruction manual, yeah, the rest is not that interesting, other than it gives you another page of the Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight video game, which is cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm streaming that if you're interested. Come May, around May 25th, keep an eye out for live streams on this very channel. First live streams I've ever done, and I'll be streaming parts of the game. We'll look at that and see how it goes from there. But let's crack this one open. Inside, you find 7 numbered bags, paper bags in my case. Your mileage may vary, I have no idea, and your instruction manual. There is no sticker sheet with this one, which is nice. I appreciate that. And here it is, and I'm the first to admit this looks kind of cool. I enjoy the greebling a lot, and if you rotate it while you shine a light on it, it looks pretty cool. There are so many different references to Batman villains. There's stuff for Poison Ivy over here. You find the umbrella and the hat for the Penguin. In the middle down here, that's a bowler hat, probably for the Riddler. But let's probably start with the minifigs first. Yes, of course you get a golden Batman minifig, and yeah, it looks all right, I guess. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. I wish it was shiny gold. That would make things a lot more interesting. Of course, then you would run into the problem of having a minifig that also takes a lot of damage. It has this rubberized cape, which is nice. Yes, the golden version also has an alternate expression that looks cool too. What am I ever going to do with a gold Batman? It's just a display piece. You put it somewhere. And yes, there's a spot right here at the bottom of the base where you can put it. But what about your other minifig? You could also put the gold one in here as a little Easter egg for people to find. That's cool too. Right now, and this is the way it is set up in the instructions, you put the actual regular Batman. It's the same minifig, just not in gold. I wish this had leg printing. I wish this had arm printing. I wish this had something else that makes it stand out. You get both expressions, the same ones that you get on the golden one, and it looks good. It's fine. It's just nothing to write home about, especially at this premium price of, again, $79.99. I wish it would come with something more premium than just this gold Batman minifig. Yeah, you get this tile, which is cool too. It comes in all of the sets that we'll be talking about today, right? 20 years of Lego Batman 2006 to 2026. That's cool, I guess. Now, I told you this is not a Batwing, this is just a Batwing logo. And if I turn it around, you will agree. Look at this. This is really ugly from the back. Just a lot of exposed technique, and you can see how it was built, actually. And the building process was not a fun experience either. There are so many snot techniques and sideways builds and stuff that interconnects. It's really hard. Once you made a mistake, you have to go back several steps. But the entire experience just wasn't as fun as I was hoping it to be. By the way, all of the panels in the front, all of these are individual panels, very much reminiscent of an art set. And if you, actually attach them, force them down, you have to be really careful where to touch this set. Otherwise, it'll just break on you. It'll fall apart. It was okay overall. I like the end result a lot. Not for $80 though. That's just, are you out of your mind? Absolutely not. I wish for that price, I would have gotten something more substantial. There are a lot of pieces that go into the construction of that, obviously. And the entire surface, yes, that takes up a lot of pieces. That's where they go. But they're small pieces, so why is that such a premium price? I don't get that, but let's go back up top. Up next is the Batman Batmobile, the one with Robert Pattinson. They are starting to shoot this movie very soon. I'm really excited for it. This is a nice update, an upgrade from the previous The Batman Batmobile, which we've gotten earlier. I will show you a comparison in a second. Comes in at 330 pieces, $29.99 like all of them. But again, you don't have to pay that. You can get a discount on it. On the side of the box, you find Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I really like the suit. I think this is a cool Batman. I am excited for the movie. On the back of the box, you see, yeah, down here, there is another golden Batmobile. This one you can get if you actually activate the code you get with the set in-game, and then you can get a vehicle in gold in the game. These are all part of the legendary Batmobile collection. Will there be more entries in that line? I don't know. But I'm sure looking forward to more Batmobiles next year, because I'm sure we're going to get some more. On the bottom of the box, down in the corner, you see Pattinson, Robert Pattinson as well. Cool box, let's crack it open. Inside, you find 3 numbered paper bags, a base for the vehicle, which is a classic Speed Champion base. This is the only one that uses that base. Basically, this is a Speed Champion, if we're being honest. You get a small-ish sticker sheet and your instruction manual. We're not going to look at that again, but just believe me when I say, yes, you can do the same thing, activate the code. There's nothing else in there that is of relevance. Let's get up close and personal. And here it is in all of its glory, and I think this is a substantial upgrade from the one we've gotten before. I like this one a lot. It looks pretty cool. Before we get into more details, we shall look at the minifig. I wish I could say minifigs, but no, none of these include villains. The ones before did. the one that came before this one in particular. The other Robert Pattinson Batmobile came with the Penguin, for example. This is the old one, this is the new one. Do you see the difference? Look at the thing that they have in their hands. That's right, this one comes with a batarang and this one does not. And I don't really understand that. Sure, to me it doesn't matter, I have like 500 of them. There is a slight upgrade when it comes to the leg printing, in that it now includes foot printing and these little yellow details on the knee, which is pretty cool. The old one does not have that. What the old one did have was a cooler cowl, I feel like. This is just the new Lego Batman cowl for all the Batman. All of them in this video wear the same cowl. It is dual molded, which means that once we remove the cowl, you get an actual Pattinson head. If we remove the cowl from the old Pattinson, you'll realize there's a white headband there, because otherwise this cowl cannot produce white eyes. I don't mind this minifig at all. I think it's cool. The thing is, I wish it had arm printing though. The old one also did not include arm printing, and I don't see why that can't be the case now in 2026. Please fix that. Let's look at the build. The first cool or cool adjacent thing you can do with this is remove the engine. Why you would want to do that, I don't know. But inside, maybe just to look at it, you'll find your 20 years of Lego Batman golden tile, which is cool. These decorations are not prints, they are stickers. There are not that many stickers in this set in general, so I'm fine with that. We can pop the engine back in and look at the rest of the car. The front looks really cool. I like this much better than the one we got before. I'll show you that in a second. These on the hubcaps, those are again sticker details, and I wish they were printed. I really like how they did this part of the car. You can't open the doors though. What you can open is the roof. This is just one tile, and then inside you'll find more sticker details and a space for your Batman to sit. They can actually all sit in their respective Batmobiles. That's why they all have the soft capes and not the rubbery capes, because otherwise they wouldn't fit inside. The back has the engine and some engine detail. It looks good. It is all a little bit downsized from the one we had before. I'll show you that one now. Here it is next to the new Batmobile. First thing that catches your eye, there are many, many more blue flames. And I mean, obviously you can take them off. I don't like them as much as I thought I would like them. I usually take them off for display purposes. The back has a much more substantial motor in comparison, if you look at that, right? The engine is way bigger. In terms of size, they're about the same, right? The new one is a little shorter and a little smaller. I like it a little bit more for that, because it's more towards minifig scale. The old one just had stuff that was over the top. For example, the front looks bad because it incorporates a play feature, right? These are missiles you can launch once you hit this button, which is, you know, all right with me. I think this one looks more accurate to the screen, to the movie, and I just overall like it a lot better. Let's go back up top. Moving on to the Batman v Superman Batmobile, the one with Ben Affleck. This box suffered serious damage. I don't know what Amazon did there, but you know, their packaging wasn't fantastic. It just has that little nick down here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, probably. But down in the bottom, you can see Ben Affleck as a Batman. Comes with a new, improved, upgraded version of the minifig, which I like. The Robert Pattinson one did the same thing. There are better versions of him, I think, but it's okay. The main upgrade is upgrade in color. This Batmobile is now dark bluish gray. The previous iterations of it have always been black. I'll show you both of them in a second. The side of the box, again, shows us the Bat flag, and the back, exactly what you would have been expecting. There is a golden version of it for you waiting in your Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight video game. Again, legendary Batmobile collection. The rest of the box is nothing special, so let's crack it open. Inside you find 3 numbered paper bags, 2 separate tires, an instruction manual, and a small-ish sticker sheet again. That's fine, I'm okay with this amount of stickers. The last one we'll be looking at will have more stickers, and I don't like that. Same deal with the instructions, we don't need to get into that, but let's go up close and personal. And here it is in all of its glory in dark bluish gray for the first time. It used to be all black, and obviously that's a big departure, but I don't mind it. I actually like this one a lot. This is supposed to be the Batmobile from Batman v Superman. There is another one based on that movie, but there's also one from the Justice League. I'll show you both of those in black in a second, but let's start with the minifig. This is what you're getting, and again, you don't get a Batarang with this. This is the new cowl, which has not been used before on this version of Batman. And again, slight differences when it comes to the one we looked at before. This one now has a beard, or at least beard stubble, but it's really, really small and very light. I don't think Ben Affleck looks like that, but okay, what do I know? This is an interesting take on this figure. There's a new cape. This is not a cape we had before, and these shoulder guards, right, this part of the armor is not the same armor we have gotten before. This is what we've gotten before, and this minifig obviously has more armor. The prints look slightly different. Again, you see that in a new version, you actually finally get foot printing. You don't get arm printing because of course not. Why would you? This is not the cowl this Batman comes with. This is the cowl from the Batman Forever Batmobile, and a lot of people like this cowl better for this Batman. So I'll just show you what it looks like if we move those around. So now you have the new Batman that comes with this dark bluish gray Batmobile with the Batman Forever cowl. The older version actually came with this cowl. And yes, I have two of these. Don't ask me why. I like this one better. This looks cool. I wish this new cowl would also come with the blue eyes for this Batman. That would look much better. It's an alright minifig. I like it. I wish it had leg side printing. I wish it had arm printing. And I wish it had the actual cowl that looks really good on this one. But let's go back to the build and have a closer look at this really cool Batmobile. First things first, if you build this and you accidentally swap around the pieces that go inside the tires because they look the same but they are not, you are going to run into a stability problem because this will just come off. These are kind of sort of loose. They're just held in place by the wheel itself. There's a hole for a Technic axle in there. There's a hole for a Technic pin in here, which means this can rotate, and it sort of holds it together, right? But it looks good. I like it. You don't have the stud shooters that you got on the old versions. I'll show you those in a second. And you now no longer have a cockpit that splits into two, which we had with the old one. Inside, you find the golden tile, 20 years of Lego Batman, and a couple of sticker details. I don't mind the stickers on this set that much. They're not that many. And I think these ones on the flags over here for the headlights, they actually look pretty cool. And for the rest of the build, you don't see any stickers from the outside anyway. Now, what does it look like next to the other Batmobile that we had that is supposed to be the same one? It's this. Obviously, they're not very different when it comes to size, right? They're basically the same thing. But there's some upgrades, I think, in the newer version. And it takes design elements from both of them. This is the one from the Justice League. Again, a little smaller, also the more expensive one. This came with the Flying Fox, a bigger set, which you would need to buy if you wanted to put them all side by side. And they look cool side by side. The old one had this cockpit, this canopy piece that was split into two, right? You could open this and then actually kind of move it around a little, but you don't have that in the new version anymore. As I said, this takes design elements from both of these. If you look at the rears, they look very similar. That's basically the same. This one, the first one, does take a different approach when it comes to the way those fins at the end of the car are being constructed. But they all come with this piece on here. All of them, you can actually, rotate these and make sure they look good to you. Some of them, this one comes with guns on the side, which you could actually, I guess, take off and then use as a minifig accessory. The new one uses the same gun, but in a different color, and it's just pointed upwards. I don't really know what's up with that. But obviously there are more Batfleck minifigs, and some of them are really cool. This one, for example, came in the Nightmare Batman accessory pack, and I like this one a lot. If you want to see more of that, there's an unboxing on the channel in one of the shorts, my latest short. And then for this one, the Batman v Superman one, I chose this one, this Batfleck minifig, because it just has the coolest print on the torso and on the legs, if you ask me. So in terms of Batfleck stuff, we actually got a lot of decent things, and I just hate that the movie sucked so much. I wish they were better. Simply because the Lego sets were peak, and I still love this Batman. I think this is a cool looking addition to your Batmobiles. If you want all of them, obviously, hope you have big, deep pockets. But I also think this one is probably the one that looks coolest in all gold in the game. If you have trouble getting your code, I needed to reinstall my app. This one does not come with a bat sign. These are all sticker details in the front, and these are stud shooters again. Let's go back up. And then finally, we have the Batman and Robin George Clooney Batmobile. As I said, designed by Tin Nguyen. Comes in at 272 pieces and retails for $29.99 again if you don't get a discount. I think we can take a look at the box. This is nice that we finally get a George Clooney Batman. We never had that before. This Batmobile is a new Batmobile. I cannot show you a comparison to any of the other iterations of this because there aren't any. George Clooney is on the side of the box, and then the back of the box shows you the same spiel. You can get a golden Batmobile in-game, which is cool. Once you crack this one open, you find 3 numbered bags, paper bags in my case, again, an instruction manual, and a rather large sticker sheet for a set this small. And I don't approve of that. I especially do not approve of this. Just over here, this is where the motor is supposed to be, and in the movie it's spinning and it looks really cool. And this sticker just looks dull and I hate it. I'm not a fan of this whatsoever at all. You also have to get lucky with how the sticker is cut, but I'll show you more and talk more about that when we get up close and personal. Let's go. And here it is in all of its glory. And yeah, this shot looks good. It looks like a nice little build. Very smooth rolling action on the wheels. Before we get into the build, I'll quickly talk about the minifig. This is interesting because I think this is the first George Clooney minifig we get in general, not just the first Batman and Robin George Clooney minifig. And it does have cowl side printing, which is a cool thing. We haven't seen that a lot, only in CMFs before. If we remove the cowl, again, this is the new cowl. You do not need the white headbands anymore. You get a very generic looking Batman. He does not remind me of George Clooney whatsoever at all. But you get 2 facial expressions, and that's cool. The legs have printing, the feet have printing as well. There's no leg side printing though, and again, no arm printing. And once more, he does not come with a Batarang, which, yeah, I find that questionable. But this is a really cool minifig. It does not include the nipples, right? I think this suit doesn't necessarily have them. George Clooney has multiple Batman suits in the Batman and Robin movie. Good, let's talk about the build. And I mean, it's okay, it's nice. This is the first one of the Batman and Robin Batmobiles that we've ever gotten in Lego, so I can't compare it to any ones that came before. What I can compare it to is a Lego set that doesn't have that many stickers. This is a sticker detail. All of these hubcaps are stickers, and then in the front, and I think this is a crime against humanity, these are stickers. And all of the decorations down here, this one, this one, this one, and this one, also stickers. Not to mention the stickers in the cockpit and this Lego Batman, well, Batman sign at the end of the cockpit, the headrest, right? This is an engine, right? This looks really cool in the movie. It's spinning, it has lights. This should be brick built and have some kind of function to it. I don't like this at all. And it's really hard to get these perfectly centered. And if you then end up with a sticker sheet like I think I had, where they're not perfectly centered, it's actually impossible to get this looking perfectly fine. This I do not like whatsoever at all. I like the way they've done the back of the car as well. The wings are fine. Overall, this is an okay Batmobile. It does look like the one from Batman and Robin. I just wish they didn't use that many stickers. The 20 years of Lego Batman golden tile is buried within the build though. You can probably remove some parts and then look at it, but why would you want to do that? Okay, but what I can compare to is other Batmobiles, and this is an excuse for me to show you a couple of tumblers. This is the oldest Lego Batman tumbler. This is the one from 2021, I think. The one with the Scarecrow chase, the bigger one. The most recent one, the one you can still get now, is technically sort of this one, but not really. I modified mine and now it looks like a Bane tumbler. This one is a little smaller than the bigger tumbler. If you put it next to the Clooney Batmobile, you get a sense of scale. In lengthwise, they are sort of the same if you count the flame that comes out of the newest tumbler. I don't have a problem with the scale. I think this looks good. I like it. I wish it had more prints. Let's go back up top. And that was everything. What do you think of the Batman March 2026 wave? You know, I don't want to be a hater. There's stuff in here that I really like, that I really enjoy. Especially the minifigs. They were pretty good. I like that you get cool stuff for the game, maybe someday, but we don't know that yet. We'll have to wait and see whether or not the game is even any good. This was very expensive as a whole. $170 or euros for all of it if you don't get a discount. And again, you should be getting a discount. Don't just pay retail for any of these. I don't think they're worth it, especially with the sticker usage on at least some of them. Again, most of the minifigs are great and I'm excited to have them in the collection. I'm just not sure why it's only Batmobiles again for an entire wave. I hope there's something else in store for us, Lego Batman, or just the DC fans in general, looking forward in 2026. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up below, sub to the channel if you haven't, and I see you very soon. Bye bye.
Welcome to my ant card. This is just a hangout. Yeah, I'm a crank that shit. Bro, that's so damn loud. It's nothing but a little intermission. Enjoy these soothing bars of utter indecision. Buddy people, you can trust me. It's an ant card. I know all those fire jokes and get you saying hard. It's an ant card. This shit ain't some voodoo, bro. I know you want to stay, but it's time for you to go.